So my boy T came out, put this in my Discord, right? And look, I was never a fan of Howard Stern. Like, I know, like, the individuals who really listen to, like, heavy metal and shit, right? They really got into Stern. Like, a lot of these, like, Midwestern guys, like, were real heavy into Howard Stern back in the day. I'll be honest with you. Like, I never liked fucking Howard Stern. Never. I never liked Howard Stern. I liked some of his guests, like Norm Macdonald, for instance, and Artie Lang. I like guys who were on Howard. I never liked Howard as a whole, right? Because, like, I always saw Howard for what he was. Howard's a petulant fucking child, all right? He's one of these guys who goes, you're not going to tell me what to do, right? And, like, my mentality was always, and it's always has been and always will be, the mentality of, like, oh, look, if the community you live in lives in a certain way, they have a right to live that way, right? They don't want Howard Stern over their airways. They shouldn't have Howard Stern over their fucking airways. Like, if they go, hey, man, we don't want, this fucking filth and smut on the fucking radio first thing in the morning. That's what the fuck they don't want. And I'm not even anti-filth and smut. Like, I love porn, like, yo, you know me, man, the floor and filth flies on a regular basis on this channel. Like, that's how the hell we get it done. That's why we can't get nobody to come watch our shit, right? But on the same point, right, I never really liked Howard Stern, just as a whole. There's something about the dude that always rubbed me the wrong way. So, like, when I hear him speaking this bullshit, like, yo, it doesn't fucking shock me. It doesn't change. He's not a freedom-loving American. He's a petulant child. There's a fucking difference. And, like, yo, here, listen to what this motherfucker said. You know what I'm saying? And, like, yo, we'll go over here in a minute.
This is the guy, I'm not getting the vaccine. Fuck, but that's the guy who died.
That's a great question, and we were going to talk about that as far as the vaccine goes. What about you?
I'm not taking it.
Come on.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Anti-Vax? Cheapers.
Ever?
Cheapers.
No.
Anti-vax. Mr. Anti-vax.
And he died?
Yeah, he's dead. He no longer walks. There were 3 other guys, too. I don't have tape of all of them. And they're on the radio preaching this shit. I'll tell you what, as far as I remember, when I went to school, you had to get a measles vaccine, you had to get a mumps vaccine, there was a ton of them you got.
You still
polio.
have to. In order to go to school, you have to have certain vaccines.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say, it's mandatory to get vaccinated? Fuck them, fuck their freedom. I want my freedom to live. I want to get out of the house already. I want to go next door and play chess. I want to go take some pictures. But it's real.
All right. So the mentality is this, right? Like, I really honestly don't fucking care that he said this. Like, yo, because, like, again, he's always been a New York motherfucker, right? And New York motherfuckers live the way New York motherfuckers live, right? Like, you have to understand that him, George Carlin, I'm trying to think here, other guys, Sam Kinison, right? There's a lot of these guys back in the day who, were fighting to stand here and destroy the cultural norms of our country as a whole, right? So that, Armagers could live wherever Armagers wanted to live in the way they wanted to live, right? This mentality of, like, being socially fucking liberal, right? It is part of this, mentality. And he was part of it. He's always been part of it. Like, he's always going to be on the side of, Barack Obama and shit and Hillary Clinton. He's one of those people in the end of the day, right? He was virulently anti-fucking Trump, even though, like, he had Trump on his fucking show. Like, this mentality of these fucking people and shit are fucking terrible. He's going to toe the party line. He is always going to stand here and look to his center of power. Like, and I know, like, you individuals in the Midwest and the people, in the middle of the country, like, you're used to, like, your politicians speaking to you. Like, you probably all came up in the 90s and early 2000s when everybody was all rah, America bullshit. But I'll be real, like, I'm from the East Coast, and I know that, like, that's not how most of these individuals, like, that's not how I grew up, right? Like, I knew, and I've seen how this is going forever, right? I knew this was coming. Like legit. And it doesn't shock me at all in any way, shape, or form. So, anyway, figured I'd cover this for y'all. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't really fucking care. Ooga booga, me red. Ooh, he blue. Ooh, he bad. Right? No, I don't fucking care. Like, legit. Yo, it is what it is. Peace be like one motherfuckers. Like, share, and subscribe. Later.